All right, so I may have stumbled across an incredibly lucrative niche, and I just had to share with you guys. So this is a niche that many people actually know about. It's the long form falling asleep content. But the thing is that guys, that stuff has been really, really saturated. But there's a new way to do this. There's a new approach, and it is within the parameters of fair use. It's not considered AI slop. It is very monetizable and it is very lucrative. And not many people, actually, nobody is talking about it. So I figured I'm going to do my due diligence and share with you guys so you all have a fair chance at taking advantage of what I think is really one of the most unique ways to make money online. And one of the main reasons why I like this niche over other niches is the fact that you're not dealing with two, three, four, five, $10 RPMs. You're dealing with 15 to $25 RPMs, which means the amount of effort that you put in is going to yield an incredibly high amount because the RPM is so high, which means your multiplier essentially for the work and input that you put in is so high. So, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. So, how do I know this? Well, we've actually scaled many channels to hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we've also been able to see numbers like this with $22 RPMs, leading to thousands and thousands of dollars for honestly not that many views. That's the crazy part, right? So, I'm going to share with you guys today the strategy on how you can leverage, again, niches where your yield is so incredibly high without having to put much effort in. So, guys, the channel I'm talking about today is called DYKG Clips, which is essentially a channel that creates content about falling asleep to nostalgic gaming history, right? Nintendo, all the old gaming facts, all the older video games, essentially, N64, anything to do in that era where Nintendo was a thing, Nintendo, Game Boy, stuff like that, GameCube. These are all videos that are created to accommodate that our target audience, which essentially also is an older demographic because the newer generation are not really interested or have much knowledge or nostalgia wrapped around the old games. But the older generation do, right? People in their 30s all the way to their 60s love this kind of content. So already you're dealing with an older demographic, which leads to a higher RPM, right? The older the demographic, usually it's going to pay higher because the buying power is higher, right? And so this is already another reason to get into this niche simply because the payouts are significantly higher because of who you're dealing with, right? So now creating this content, if you look at this channel specifically, they've done it the right way. I would say the right way, which is actually creating content, like hiring an editor and creating full on videos with editing, with text on screen, with animations, and all these different things. But the issue is that these videos are very long. The average video is between 1 hour to 3 hours long. Now, if you were going to hire somebody, an editor online, to create you a video that's between 10 to 12 minutes, it's already going to cost you in the range of $30 to $50. So imagine now hiring somebody to edit 3 hours worth of content for you. That's going to be a very steep bill. And I don't think that the trade-off is that high, right? Because I know they're making good money, but there's a lot of other ways to spend significantly less on the content and make the same amount of money, right? So if you knew that two channels could make you $100,000, but one's going to cost you $80,000 in overhead and one's going to cost you a couple thousand, obviously you want to go for the lesser one, right? So let's talk about today how you guys can execute this exact niche, spend extremely minimal amount on overhead, right? On the editing process and show you guys exactly how to do that the right way. I'm going to show you guys the AI way and also the right way, which I believe is the one that's going to keep you guys in the safest place when it comes to getting monetized and staying monetized because YouTube is not really fond of like slideshows and images and AI stuff. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it the correct way from the start. And I've actually created a guide here with everything that you need from the prompts to the websites. And I'm going to show you from scratch exactly how to do this. And we're going to do it together. All right. So without further ado, let's get into the video, guys. So again, if you want to start a channel like this, the first thing to do is to get the branding right. Branding is not super important, but if you guys want to go to a site called Namelix, it basically does it all for you, right? So you can go over here, you could just say sleep gaming, some keywords here. All right, put in auto, go to medium, and then just say a YouTube channel talking about old nostalgic gaming videos to fall asleep to, and click generate. And now the AI is going to do its thing and it's going to help us find some really, really solid names for your channel. This part's not super, super important. I just want to share with you guys as a really cool tip. So let's see, Gamer Lullaby, Sleep Quest, Game Nostalgia, Vanilla Sleep, Retro Blanket, Nostalgia Game. sleep gaming, sleepy pixels. Let's go with sleepy pixels. So first thing you want to do, by the way, I'm going to give you guys a pro tip here. You don't want to just choose a name, you want to validate the name. So you want to go sleepy pixels, and you want to actually Google it or YouTube it rather, and see if somebody else has this channel. As you can see, somebody else has this channel, right? Now, if you didn't go and validate this, this person could literally come after you for trademark and say, hey, you're stolen my channel name, and I want you to remove all your videos or change your channel name, which is both of them are very inconvenient. And so you want to validate it this way. Now, if you don't see anything right away, you want to actually go to filters and you want to go to channel and make sure that you're checking all the channels here. Again, this channel is here. They're also actively posting. You see the last post they did was literally 11 hours ago. So I would refrain from using this name. So just kind of giving you guys a best practice here. You can choose to do this or not, but I recommend that if you're going to go through the process of creating a channel and using AI to come up with a name, or even if you don't use AI, you just come up with a name, make sure you guys validate it and just make sure nobody else has used that name. So that's step number one. All right, very simple. The next step is to actually download the scripts of the videos, because you're basically just going to take these ideas and you're going to remake them yourself. So they've already been proven to work. So you just want to do them yourself. Go to popular, right? And now it's 1 hour of Nintendo piracy facts. So it's obviously a random topic, but it's worked really well. It's still getting hundreds of views per hour to this day, which means it is still something that's very interesting. So now let's go ahead and do this one, this 1 hour of Nintendo piracy facts. Now there's two ways to extract the script from this. Number one, if you guys have the Next Level extension, which I recommend every single one of you should. If you don't have it, go ahead and go to my free school community. It's the first link in the description. Go ahead and go to Classroom and then go to my YouTube growth tools. And over here, you will see the link for Next Lev. And if you use my code, it's 20% off. You can use it or not use it. It's up to you. It's just a discount. But guys, the Next Lev tool is absolutely pertinent to your success. I'm not even kidding, guys. It has so many features, including this convenient little button over here, which is the script. I click over here, script, and boom, right here, I can just export the entire script with one button. Just copy transcript. And now I have it all to myself. Now, if I don't have this and you don't want to use this, that's fine. You can just go to scriptdownload.com and you can just basically paste the video link here and it's going to extract the script. You could download it the same way. All right. So now we have the script. Now we want to actually build it in ChatGPT. So go to ChatGPT and go ahead and take this script from here that I've given you guys. So this is an optimized script. Go ahead and copy all of that and paste it. Right now, once you paste it, you want to actually go back and re-copy the transcript and go back here. And now it's just going to ask me to paste the existing script that I'm copying. And now what it's going to start doing, it's going to start writing. It's going to start with the hook and then the body. And every single section is going to ask me, hey, did I like what was written, or do I not like it? If I do like it, I can approve it. If I don't like it, I can ask it to rewrite it. So essentially, I can go section by section by section until the video is done, until the script is completely written. And it's literally going to do it all for me in front of your eyes. It's a very optimized script. Obviously, this is a very, very, very long script here. So it's got to do a lot of thinking. But as you can see, it's just going to ask me to identify the outline sections and begin writing only the first section at a time. And then when I say and approve that it's good, it'll move on to the next one. Because with ChatGPT, people give you these BS prompts. It's like, oh, rewrite this all at once. It doesn't work like that, guys. ChatGPT doesn't know how to write long scripts. You have to go section by section by section by section until the video is done. That's the only way to use ChatGPT or Claude to write a longer form script. So I'm giving you guys the sauce here, unlike other people who just say, oh, use this and have it write 800 words or 5,000 words. It will not do that. It does not work like that, right? So once you have the script being written out, then you basically have, you can see here, it's putting it first in sections. And then now it says, are you happy with this section? And I say yes. Then it'll basically just start writing. So this is already our hook. And now we can start moving on to the next part, which is the voiceover. Now you have two options for voiceover, all right? You have a high quality option and you have a free option. So high quality option obviously is 11 Labs and the free one is Fish Audio. So for example, let's just say we go to 11 Labs. I have this voiceover kind of already saved. So what we can do is we can just take this script, this hook, and we can paste it in here, and then we can go ahead and give this a listen.
When game piracy pops into your head, you probably picture cracked PC releases, a stack of cheap PS1 discs, or a modded DS, maybe a Dreamcast for the real nostalgics.
So that's pretty damn good. Of course, you guys can choose whatever voice you feel fit, but just something that's kind of like more chill, more mellow, kind of sleepy vibes. Again, nothing too energetic or anything like that. We obviously don't want to energize the crowd. We want to have them fall asleep, right? That's just one example I've chosen. But as you can see, it's hyper realistic. It's indistinguishable from human. It's definitely the way to go. You don't have to hire a real person. Now, if you want to use a free version of AI, it's not going to be as consistent as 11 Labs. It's not going to be as high quality, but there's something like this, and I'm actually going to hyperlink this exact. So if you guys click the link here, it's going to take you exactly to this voice. So you guys can just use it for yourself. But I'll just show you guys a quick snippet of this one as well.
When piracy pops into your head, you probably picture cracked PC releases, a stack of cheap PS1 discs, or a modded DS.
So this one's obviously a different vibe. It's much more slow, more melatonin, but that's fine too. Again, you guys can go through and find your own voice. The point being, I just want to show you guys how exceptionally easy it is to get a quality, professional level voiceover for seconds and for pennies on the dollar, right? Even 11 Labs you can get for as low as $25 a month, and Fish Audio is free, right? So you guys have an incredible opportunity here in front of you because already the script writing is done for free. The voiceover is done for basically free or $25. And now the next step is to actually create the video itself. Now there's two different ways to do this, guys. Number one is to use AI. Now I'm not super keen or fond of using the AI route. Yes, it is technically the free route or the much cheaper alternative, but I'm telling you, if you really, really want to do this thing right, if you want to make sure that this channel is sustainable, the worst thing in the world is that you start a channel, it gets monetized, you get very excited, you start making money, and then it gets ripped away from you because YouTube demonetizes your channel because it's not actually original and transformative content. It's just more or less AI slop. And so the one option is to basically create the images of what's happening using AI. Number one, it's very difficult because a lot of AI softwares and LLMs don't actually allow you to use like make copyright images or videos, right? So even if you make an image, you want to animate it. Let's say you find a way to bypass the images. You make a Nintendo image, a Zelda image. Great. But then you want to animate it, turn to a video. There's no software that's going to allow you to animate it into a video. Maybe there is, right? But there's all these workarounds and then they get patched. So my personal opinion, the best way is to go to Upwork. All right, go to Upwork and post a job. You'd be so surprised the amount of people that would jump for the opportunity to work with you to create content. So I literally hired someone, as you can see, I hired someone to record and play gameplay for me. I basically said, if you have XYZ games, go ahead and record a few hours of gameplay. Just play the game. Doesn't matter what you're doing, just play the game, whether it's Batman, Lord of the Rings, Zelda, Mario Kart, whatever it is. People have these games. And now they literally can get paid to just record and upload content for you. So why would we want to do this to begin with? Well, it's very simple. You cannot just go and steal content of Zelda and then run hours and hours and hours of these clips without making it completely transformative and original and all these things. But if it's your gameplay, right? It's your gameplay because you purchased it, it's original to you, it doesn't exist anywhere else. Now you can run hours of this content, right? So now, if you look at channels like this, who are doing explain moments, and it's like the entire Jedi Civil War timeline to fall asleep to, right? The entire Star Wars Delta Squad. Now, this is literally the guy who's playing his video games. As you could see, he's literally playing just the video game. He's letting the video game play in the background, and then he has the voiceover with the captions on top. And so this strategy is so powerful. There's another channel right here, Your Life as an Inquisitor, right? He's literally just playing the video game, as you can see here. Just playing the video game with a voiceover and the captions, and that's all it is, guys. And so now he's tapped in to such an incredible niche. And look at these views, guys. It's not actually that crazy. It's not insane, but the thing is, you have to bear in mind when it comes to long form content, you're not dealing with $3, $4, $5 RPMs. You're dealing with $15 to $25 RPMs, right? We've had as literally as high as $26. So bear that in mind when I say this opportunity exists at an incredible time because it doesn't cost a lot. Like I spent the total of $130 for tons of content with tons of different games. So now I can basically just record, I can create as many videos as I want simply because I own all this content and I can reuse those clips over and over and over again. As long as you have even 1 hour of content, you can literally replay that same content for the next 50 videos if you want to, or you can have 3, 4, 5 hours and then kind of alternate, mix and match it together. Right? So now going back to the idea here, if I just know that this game, this video has 2, 3 games, or even just one game, I just go on Upwork, I hire someone to create the content. Literally within the same day, I got the videos back. I posted the job in the morning, and by the end of the day, I had 3 hours of content, right? So people were fighting for the position. They'll do it for $10, $20, right? And you own that content. You can continue to reuse it over and over and over again, right? So now when you have that content, you can either hire someone to put it together, or you can literally just go to CapCut yourself and put it together. It's so simple, guys. You just have to literally take the clips, put them together on CapCut, add your voiceover, and then add auto-generated script. All right. So let me just show you guys quickly how you do that on CapCut. All right, so I have now the clip, the first clip. I'm just using like a Star Wars clip, for example, and just the voiceover sample that I also got earlier from 11 Labs, right? So let's go ahead and just trim this here and start off from here, right? So now what we're looking at is Yosel's video. We want to obviously remove the audio from the video.
When game piracy pops into your head, you probably pick...
Just to make the video a little bit better, first of all, let's just go over here. Let's add an adjustment layer over top from beginning to end. And then on the adjustment layer, you just want to go over here down and adjust the exposure and just bring it down. All right. Simply because we want to have a bit more of like a mellow style. And we can also bring down like bring up the contrast a little bit and bring down the color. So we want to make it like kind of more gloomy. We don't want to see too much what's happening. We just want to have an idea of what's happening. And then we want to go over here to captions and click on generate auto captions. Now, yes, this is a pro feature. If you guys don't have CapCut Pro, you will need this. If you don't want to do this step, that's perfectly fine as well. But it's really quite cheap for CapCut Pro. Just again, throwing it out there so you guys understand this part's not free. But it's a really good feature. And I really think that all of you guys should, if you're going to do this, make sure you add auto-generated captions. They really do help with the video. I know people are technically falling asleep to it, but at the same time, some people aren't, and they just want to follow along with what's being said. All right, so now the captions are here. You want to just click on any of them, right? And then you want to go over here to the side. And you can basically go over to templates. And again, if you have CapCut Pro, you can really just have some amazing animations
You
here.
probably picture cracked PC releases, a stack of cheap PS1.
So you can go ahead and do something more basic, or you can do something a little bit more animated. I think something a little bit more basic.
When game piracy
relaxed,
pops into...
it would be, honestly, in my opinion, the best way to go about it. But that's completely up to you, right? Whatever you choose.
Piracy pops into your head. You probably picture cracked PC releases, a stack of cheap PS1 discs.
And guys, there's way more you can do this. You can add some more adjustments layers, some filters, some fire crackling, whatever it is. It's up to you guys what you want to do to just emphasize the video and make it even better. But that's pretty much all you would need to do, guys. And that's basically really it. And there's a lot of these channels that are popping up left and right that are doing incredibly well, honestly, incredibly well. And this falling asleep niche is such a lucrative one because it's been quite saturated. And I think right now it's so difficult because people are just kind of half-assing it. They're just putting like one image, maybe 3, 4, 5 images throughout like 3 hours, and they're just calling it a day, right? So now if you really want to evolve this niche and stand out and actually capture an audience that really hasn't been tapped into, I would get into number one, the gaming niche, or anything else that's similar to this where you can just hire someone or create the content yourself in the background that's not too difficult to create, and then create falling asleep videos to this, right? There's a lot of different things you guys could do. You just have to get a little bit creative with it, right? So that's pretty much all I have for this video. You have the entire strategy here. I'm going to send you guys the link. If you join the first link in the description, it's going to join my free school community. And the first post there is going to be the URL to this Google Doc. So you guys can have all the links and all the resources and the prompt and everything I've shown you guys in today's video. And also you guys should just join because it's a free school community where I go live twice a week. I give you a free course. And there's a community of over 9,000 people at this point who are literally co-creating on YouTube with you as we speak. So if you enjoyed this video, you're definitely going to want to click on this one because you're definitely going to enjoy that as well. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.